heavy bag. Look like I'm gonna have to order it. Nevertheless, talk about. I just wanted to talk about some of the things that uh, people have been talking about. Basically some stories that's starting to turn about. Concerning you know concerning some things that was said by one, which they should, because a lot of people are questioning towards comments where he basically said, "Hey, Tank is only going to fight, in-house fights," which to me, that blatantly means that you're going to rob the fans of potential fights that could be great for Tank, his legacy, and just fun for the fans. To say, "Oh, I'm not going to make anybody else great." And like I said before, when I talked about this, and I talked about this in the stream, and I said, to me, as I have to call it, I said, Floyd, it has to be said. So because, like I said, at the end of the day, um, journalists, people, they ain't never gonna say, "Well, I'm following that what so and so said." But at the end, they know who I am, and they watch my videos. Just like I say, Floyd watches my videos. Going that you don't want to put Tank in the ring with other potential, like I said before, millions of dollars by not trying to make certain fights with other promotional companies. Hey, we're gonna have to accept the fact that there are fighters that is not with other, that's not with PBC, and we have to accept that. And that's the whole problem that I had with this whole ridiculous other side of the street stuff. People got mad at me, which I don't give a rat's ass about them getting mad at me because I called out the obvious. The PBC formula, belts, which I said before, Floyd and Al Heyman are one. They don't make no moves unless they consult with each other. Like I said before, we give PBC a pass, or people affiliated with. I give you an example. It's blatant coonery. Now, here's the thing. Now you got Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert is like overdoing it. It's a difference between having a difference of opinion, but then when you overly going out of your way to uh, chop down a person and try to talk about them, that's when I have an issue with you. And I think Chris Colbert is doing too much. Okay, if you have a different opinion about the Wilder Fury thing, that's fine. But when you start calling people out their name and all that kind of stuff, then that's when it becomes a problem. And then, of course, ain't nobody gonna make a video saying, "Hey, Al Heyman need to call Chris Colbert and say, hey, man, you going overboard." Like I said, you can have a difference of opinion, but then it's a difference between having an opinion and not a way to try to disrespect and humiliate somebody, and that's what you call being off code. Okay. And like I said, I don't give a damn about nobody. With nobody, I don't with these promotional companies. Just go to the fights, cover them, and then I'll take my back home. And that's pretty much what I do. And then I don't have to ask nobody's permission to talk about whatever to talk about on the video. I don't work for nobody except me. And I'm gonna say this again, I don't follow no script. But these dudes don't never have the same energy. They choose when they want to be militant pro-black. Never see his ass. I heard Andre Ward say Wilder is a clown and all this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff, but then you got people threatening him and stuff, and then you got but then people don't have the same energy. So I'm just saying, Chris Colbert. Now here's the thing. I was supposed to go to LA and cover that fight. I got my stuff. I got my media stuff, but it's going down to two things. If I feel like going down there, and then just other things, but that because when you go to these things, you got to be professional and stuff. You got to be professional. You got to keep your composure. And like I said, unlike other media people, I'm not gonna go there and mess it up for the brothers that somebody like me show up versus somebody that look like Marcos or Sean with Fight Hype. And I have no problem with Sean with Fight Hype. I'm just saying it's a difference. When I show up, if I do something wrong, I'm messing it up for a lot of other people, which I'm not gonna do that. If I go cover a fight, I'm gonna, you know, conduct myself in a professional manner. I'm not gonna be selfish like a lot of other people did. I'm not gonna be selfish like a lot of other so-called black media was doing, where they made it about them. But then they want to play that such a black brother. Because like I said, this is more. I got some more stuff that I'm gonna say later on. I'm just waiting for the right time. I'm just waiting for the right time. But like I said, getting back to Floyd, damn right, I got a problem when you costing your fighter possibly millions of dollars. And then here you go again with the same. We gonna keep trying to find flat-footed, one-dimensional, Hispanics to fight. At the end of the day, I think Devin Haney, even a dude like Chris Colbert, even Gary Russell Jr. So I ask you this question: how am I a sellout when I'm saying that these are brothers that should get their shot? So I'm waiting for somebody to tell me how am I a coon or sellout if I'm saying, hey, this is unfortunate that Floyd once again don't want to give an opportunity to a brother. But then, like I said before, Floyd Mayweather would rather pay a white boy $20 million than sit up here and fight an actual fight, with somebody. Like I said at this. So the problem is, like I said, a lot of people is mad at me. But I'm asking somebody to tell me in this stream, where am I lying? Where am I lying on Floyd? Where am I lying on Al Heyman? Where am I lying on the PBC? Devin Haney is with Matchroom. Shakur Stevenson with Top Rank. Demetrius Andrade is Matchroom. All these brothers being denied the opportunity. And like I said, a lot of these PBC niggas, they always got something negative to say about other black people. Like I said, the Chalos always bashing and going in on brothers though, but then they don't have that same energy for Mexican. But then they sitting up trying to praise Canelo, and then Jamal giving dude his little WBC chain, man, like a clown. Well, what about the brothers that he fought hard against him? He never did that with them. So I'm just saying. I know what I can say, and I know what should be said, and I'm gonna continue to say it. Man, let me tell you about Canelo. Canelo is an opportunist. Canelo saw a 36-year-old Artur Beterbiev that caught COVID, that hasn't fought in over a year, and might be on the decline, and didn't look all that good in his last performance. That's what Canelo is. Canelo is an opportunist. Canelo wasn't trying to fight Artur Beterbiev last year. He wasn't trying to fight him 2 years ago. And like I said, we all know to deal with that Sergey Kovalev fight. Yeah, that's why Canelo doing that. Canelo is an opportunist, and then like I said, he gonna handicap Artur Beterbiev. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even think that Bob Arum is gonna make that fight. And then you get these Canelo fans sitting up here talking about, oh, you guys need to give Canelo his props because he's trying to fight the best guy out there. If he beat Artur Beterbiev, we can make an argument that he the greatest fighter. No, says who? You? I don't think so. Why? Because you Mexican and you say so? Fuck you. That don't mean, no, it doesn't make him the greatest fighter. Like I said, if that's the case, then Sugar Ray Leonard is the GOAT. Sugar Ray Leonard went up multiple weight classes. Manny Pacquiao went up multiple weight classes. Floyd Mayweather went up multiple weight classes. So can we please stop that? And that, That's a that's a cherry pick, man. That's a flat out cherry pick. No, I'm not gonna give you props for basically like trying to seize a opportunity. But to me, I think it's cap. It's cap. I don't even pay attention to them people like that that talk like that. Canelo surpasses Floyd. Like Canelo ain't never gonna be better than Floyd or Manny Pacquiao. I don't even have Canelo, and Canelo ain't even better than Ricardo Lopez. When Canelo took an actual fight where he couldn't manipulate the contract and put all these stipulations, Canelo got the hell. Floyd beat the hell out of Canelo. And then, not to mention, Canelo is a documented drug cheat. And anybody with common sense don't believe Canelo and his mystery meat. Because to be honest with you, Canelo is a multimillionaire. Canelo could get uh, specially made gourmet beef shipped to him. Yeah, so that's cap. That's just cap. Canelo ain't gonna fight no brothers, not any that he think could beat him. Like I said, Canelo, if he really thought he could beat years, and like I said before, we all know R36. Like I said, the man hadn't fought in over a year, and they've been saying for a minute that Arthur Beterbiev been having issues with his body. So can we please stop it? Canelo ain't never gonna be better than Floyd or Manny Pacquiao. Never. And I don't care about nobody getting mad and having an issue with what I say, because like I said before, I told you I don't follow no script, and I don't make no videos that make Mexicans feel good, black people feel good, white people feel good, or whoever, or Asians feel good. I say what's on my mind, and when I say it, I mean it. I don't push this record button or play button because I'm finna have something concoct. Everything that you hearing me say is coming straight off the dome. The funny part about it is people thought Canelo lost both of the Triple G fights. I'm just keeping it. Well, here's the thing. If Amir Khan had a better chin, if Amir Khan would have had a better chin, who knows? But I knew Amir Khan's chin would let him down. I knew Canelo would eventually like stop him. Chin would eventually let him down, but you know, for the first 3 rounds, Canelo was getting outboxed. He was getting outboxed. Canelo been outboxed before. Look, and to be honest with you, if you look at his last fight against Saunders, until Saunders got, you know, Saunders quit, Saunders was starting to outbox Canelo. Canelo do not like fighting them type of dudes. Trout. So I'm not even trying to hear this stuff about, oh man, yeah, oh man, if he go up and beat Arthur Beterbiev, like I said before, man, nobody ain't finna come on my channel and try to think they can try to internet bully me. I can't be internet bully. You ain't finna come on my channel and say I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I done said this before. You got the wrong guy. I done stood up to everybody, not even just boxing fans. I done stood up to Cynthia G followers. I done stood up to Canelo apologists. I done stood up to Spence nut huggers. You know what I'm saying? Canelo extremists, Manny Pacquiao extremists. Like I said, man, I can't be internet bully. You ain't gonna come on my channel and tell me that I gotta do this because you say so. I mean, for real. I'm I'm just like I said, later on some stuff gonna be, you know, revealed. I Oh, you talked about Ness. You talked about Ness. You mean the documented snitch? Because y'all do know Ness is a documented snitch, and paperwork showed up online. Ness is a. I don't even pay attention. I don't even pay attention to Ness. Ness is a documented. I can tell you this much: ain't no paperwork on me. Ness is, I don't even pay attention to Ness. Ness is a cornball. Ness is one of them. Sometime he, 1 minute he want to be black, then 1 minute he Dominican and all that kind of stuff. That's why we don't be paying attention to them so-called Afro Latinos. That's why I don't even take them seriously for the most part. Like I said, Ness is a documented snitch. Net documented snitch. His paperwork showed up online. Ness is you snitch. I don't pay attention. I would never. That's a dude. And he from New York too. Go figure. Just one of the many. This snitch to come out of New York. So you could tell Ness that I said he a snitch. I don't have no respect for snitches. Cause I was always taught in the streets, if you get caught, you get caught. When I got caught, oh man, who you work for? I don't know what you talk about. Oh man, who's your supplier? I don't know what you talked about. When is your next, when is your, when is your next pickup? I don't know what you talking about. When I went down. I said Floyd is doing Tank saying, hey, I'm not gonna make no outside fights. Possibility. Seriously, after what Ryan Garcia saw on Saturday, that he gonna get in the ring with Tank. If he got, I mean, he almost got his lights put out by Luke Campbell. So what do you think Tank gonna do to him? Now that's what I've been hearing. I don't think Ryan Garcia is gonna make that fight. Oscar is not gonna make that fight because of that junk. He talked all that junk about I want to make the best fights out there. Uh, uh, Virgil Ortiz, he's available for Terrence Crawford. If Terrence Crawford wants to make the fight, we'll make the fight. Then they turned down the fight. They turned down the fight. This is what I'm saying about and Terrence Crawford, after he said, well, he didn't want it, and so it looked like Terrence Crawford was telling the truth. I don't believe Ryan Garcia. I don't believe Ryan Garcia wanted, because he backed out of a fight with Javier Fortuna. So can somebody with common sense tell me, why should we believe that he gonna get in the ring with Tank, or should we say the Tank? When I say Tank would demolish Ryan Garcia, Tank would demolish Ryan Garcia. All I know is the next big fight in Atlanta, I'll be there. The next big fight in Atlanta, I'm gonna be there. I'm definitely gonna be there. That's just that's real talk. I'm gonna make sure that I go there, because I wanna, But yeah, besides Floyd, let me get back to Chris Colbert. Um, like I said, Chris Colbert, he don't have to do stuff like that, man. You don't have to go overboard to down another brother, man, to get people to want to support you. And like I said before, I've said this on several occasions. I'm not gonna continue and make videos to where people think that I'm bashing these black guys because I want people that don't look like me to watch my channel. I'm doing it out of having an issue with them. You know, it's a difference between, overtly, like, putting somebody down because you want people that don't look like you to come on your channel bigging you up. Like I said before, I don't need I'm from no Hispanics or no white people or no coons or no Asians. They love those channels. Like, you know who they are. That dude, that cornball dude that I could tell snort cocaine. Then that other cornball that lied about being mixed, and he was blacker than the ace of spade. That dude. See, go to those type of channels where you got people that'll go out of their way to coon and put on a minstrel show on their channel just to get views. You won't see that here. And some people respect what I do. Some people respect what I say. Some people can handle what I say. Some people can't handle what I say. But like I told you, this is me. This is who I am. And this is who I'm going to be. Not changing. So like I said, I was supposed to go cover that fight. Now, if Chris Colbert wins the fight, I'm going to be professional. I'm not going to disrespect the man. But at the same time, that ain't cool what he did. Like I said, you don't have to call Wilder out his name and all that stuff. I expect that from a non-black. I expect that from. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Cause I got a Smurfy surprise for that. I got a Smurfy surprise for that nigga too. Cause he think I don't know what he did. He think I don't know what he did. But somebody sold him out. And when I say I know everything, I know everything. I know what the nigga did, and I know what he tried to do. All I can say is the nigga sold you out. And we gonna address the situation eventually. The situation gonna get so. That's all I'm gonna say, Oakland man. This is far beyond. This is far beyond YouTube. But yeah, like I said, when I go to these fights, man, I gotta understand that I'm representing not just whoever I am. I'm representing black people. So when I go to cover these fights and be gun ho and all that kind of stuff, did that work? Did that work? You can ask somebody some tough questions. But I'm not finna try to come in there trying to play, I'm not finna go in there and try to act like I'm the Malcolm X of media when I'm not really Malcolm X. When you know what I'm saying? Where I had the mentality of Little Nas X. So I'm just keeping it a buck because I know when I go to these, I represent all of us. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. They trying to come up with ways to keep us out. And ain't nobody gonna tell me how to do my interviews. Ain't nobody gonna, because I don't have to listen to nobody. If your ass ain't there actually covering fights, don't tell me how to cover a fight, and don't try to tell me to go in there with a Malcolm X mentality, because like I said, that's gonna do is mess it up for other brothers that want to get in there. At the end of the day, you gotta perform. You gotta conduct yourself in a certain kind of way. Now I'm good. That's just real talk. You go in there talking stupid, you gonna get banned, and then guess what? You gonna mess it up. That's trying to get in the door, that ain't gonna get the opportunity. And we already know that it's an uneven playing field. It's been that way, and it's gonna continue to be that way because, like I said, we're a threat in all shapes and forms. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Put out the story about Floyd, first not allowing Tank to fight outside fights. And I basically said that it's costing Tank millions of dollars, which it is. So now everybody is starting to pick up this story now. It's Tuesday. The fight was on Saturday. I put my video out Sunday. So, it's cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm gonna do another video talking about this whole Scottie Pippen thing. Because it gotta be said, I told you I stand with Scottie Pippen. I don't put nothing past nobody, especially when you. I don't put nothing past nobody, especially people like Phil Jackson. And of course, you got people trying to disregard what Scottie Pippen said. At the end of the day, nobody knows what happened to Scottie Pippen except Scottie Pippen. People can sit up there and say, "Oh, well, he just doing it to sell books." Okay, so then that mean when Phil Jackson said all that stuff about Kobe Bryant, right? That mean he was doing it just to sell books, right? So when people make, so that means that when people write books and they bashing and going in on brothers, that mean they doing it to sell books, right? That mean they ain't telling the truth, right? And then as far as people making it look like Craig Hodges is the end all be all, well, if Craig Hodges don't say it's true, then that mean it's not true, man. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Craig Hodges. I respect Craig Hodges to a certain degree, but then to a certain degree, I kind of like got to turn the side eye at Craig Hodges. So we'll do stream and we'll talk about it about Scottie Pippen part two. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Scottie Pippen part two, because I know a lot of people are going in on Scottie Pippen and saying he lying. I don't think nobody. Well, I know Phil Jackson. You don't really know what's in a man's heart. And like I said, Scottie Pippen got the short end of the stick for years, being with the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan got off. You, Scottie Pippen, you would be pissed off too, the way you was portrayed in that Last Dance documentary as being being a dude that was pouting and all that kind of stuff. Well, they don't be saying nothing when Luka Doncic be pouting and stuff when they lose and all that kind of stuff. They don't sit up there and say nothing about Tom Brady when Tom Brady lost all. He's just passionate. He just wants to win. He's always changed the narrative when it comes to people like us. So like I said, I have no problem with Scottie Pippen, and I stand with Scottie Pippen. I know. Scottie Pippen was married to a white woman. Like that had anything to do with anything. And what about the dudes that's married to black women? What about the black women that's married to black men? It's coon extremists like Jada Pinkett Smith, Gabrielle Union. You know what I'm saying? People like them. What about Jason Whitlock, one of the biggest? I'm just saying. What about Stephen A. Smith? Don't go that route with me. Do not be fooled by my ghetto intellect, because I know what I'm saying, and I know how to get to the point. Anyway, thanks for tapping in. This is your boy Tail Biz. I'm out. Until the next time.